Okay, so this Flerfer thinks that people haven't been to Antarctica, or if they have, nobody's decided to pull out a compass on video or GPS and show it. I beg to differ. Let's look and see.
Yes, people can travel to Antarctica and they can explore around, and they're told at some point that they've visited the South Pole, but none of them. There's this guy Paul McCann who keeps on insisting that he's seen the South Pole, and he's like, explain the 24-hour sun of the South Pole, and he's not pulled out a compass and a GPS and a camcorder and walked around this supposed South Pole. If it existed, this should be an easy test for people who apparently go there all the time. Like, this is like no big deal for certain people who are, have got the money to travel and who think they've gone and proven something about the shape of the Earth by going to Antarctica. I think that's unfortunate, and it's kind of weird that these guys don't actually attempt to at least do that. So until then, yes, even that kind of video could be faked, but at least if we find that video, that will be a good start for trying to go and see, okay, fine, there is this possibility that is, so maybe we should go and experiment for ourselves. And everyone's going and they experiment for themselves and they find out that's the case, well then sure, but until then we don't have knowledge of something. So anyway, it was nice to have such.
I love how he admits that even if he did see the video, he'd probably claim it was faked. So, yeah, that's why they don't do it, because you wouldn't accept the evidence even if it was thrown in your face and smacked you across the freaking arse, would you? But hey, let's continue on.
Welcome to another episode of 60-second freezing cool Antarctic facts. This is brought to you by the Worm Herders of Antarctica. I'm your host, Polar Trek teacher Kevin Dickerson. We only have 1 minute, so focus up. Good evening, and evening it is. It's 10:30 at night. See our beautiful sunset out here in the Ross Sea, McMurdo Sound. I'm on Ross Island. That's where McMurdo Science Station is. And I'm going to show you about how compasses work. So here's my compass I brought from home. And there's a difference between magnetic north and geographical north. Geographical north is the North Pole, where all the lines of longitude meet. The magnetic South Pole is going to be where the magnetic pole lines up. And it just so happens that the magnetic South Pole right now isn't even on the continent of Antarctica. It's off of Antarctica. And there's a thing called declination. That's the difference between the two, geographic and magnetic. Currently, it's about 140 degrees difference, which means that if your compass did work, it would lead you in almost the complete opposite direction. So I thought I'd show you this though. Here's my compass, and you can see that white needle is pointing down. Look at, as I'm rotating around, that compass doesn't even spin. The needle stays the same. That white needle is dragging down on the bottom of the compass. So kind of fun to play with, but not real useful. You could rotate it around and try to get that off of the bottom of the compass, but for the most part, not real useful. Now we have a GPS here. Show you my GPS. It has a compass on it, compass page. And the key thing you need to remember with the GPS is you got to be moving if you want to get the direction that you're going. So if you'll look at this, you can see we're headed about a southwest direction. And if you look out, you can see White Island and Black Island. And right between those is where the South Pole is. So as long as you're moving, the GPS compass can be reliable. We've used it out in the field on this trip. When we get dropped off by helicopters, we use GPS to know where we're going and how to navigate back and where we're going to get our samples from. If we have any special finds, then we'll mark them with GPS. If we find like seal mummies, you know, dead seals that dry up, possibly hundreds of years old, we'll mark those with GPS, so we'll know where those are at. But there you go. Do compasses work in Antarctica? Now you know. And
well, there you are. There's one. Let's check on another one.
Hi guys, Miss Miller here. I'm at the geographic South Pole, as you can see in the background. I've gotten a lot of questions about what a compass would do at the South Pole. And the answer is not much. Let me prove it to you. So here's my compass on my phone. It is pointing out north is towards McMurdo, which is out towards the coast. That's pointing towards the magnetic South Pole, which is different than the geographic South Pole, which is where I am at right now.
Oh, interesting. How about one more?
I am heading out to the geographic pole because two guys here have a project where they're promoting the southernmost little free library. You know those little libraries you see in neighborhoods all over? Well, there's one here, and we're doing a little photo shoot today at the South Pole. The one thing you might notice around me is that there are a lot of flags everywhere. And generally, you want to avoid the black flag and follow the red and green flags. Those are safe passageways. Because there are some subterranean tunnels that you want to avoid. Alright, so here I am, short ways away from the station at the geographic South Pole. This is what the marker looks like. Every Winter Over team designs a new marker, which is then placed January 1st by the summer team following them. So that'll be one of our projects this year, is designing a new marker. But as you can see, we're actually not that far from the elevated station.
We did get the photo shoot done with the southernmost Little Free Library, which now resides in the Atmospheric Research Observatory. People can take a book, leave a book, or just browse it for fun, just like Little Free libraries around the globe.
Well, there you have it. So you can go to the geographic South Pole quite easily because geographic South Pole doesn't move. But due to magnetic declination, which actually causes the poles to shift, the North and South Pole are actually constantly kind of moving. And you can look this up and see that I think it's actually sped up and moved further. I think magnetic South Pole right now is kind of in Siberia somewhere. At this moment in time, and as that fella showed in that one video there, it's just off the coast of Ross Island. So you could go to there, but it is constant kind. They're always moving every year. They move a few meters or something like that. But can you go to the geographic North and South Pole? By all means, you can. People go there all the bloody time. I have a previous video which one of the youngest people holds a record for the youngest person to actually solo trek to the South Pole on his own on a pair of skis, pulling a sled. So people can do it. They have done it, and they've videotaped it several times, and people have been doing this for hundreds of years. Thanks there, Flat Earth geographer, but I think you need to go out and touch some grass because, ooh, looking like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man there. Holy, hit a gym, get a diet, and maybe look, get out and explore the world. It's a lovely little planet we live on. Nice globe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again.